Okay, so today we talked about certain terms that you definitely need to know. So remember, we are talking about standard form. So if something is in standard form, it is the largest exponent. And remember, exponent and power can be together. I mean the same thing. Largest exponent first, and then it goes in descending order. Okay, so if I gave you an example and I asked you to put this in standard form, and I gave you something that looked like 3x squared plus x minus 1/2 x to the 5th plus 7x to the 4th plus 3. Okay, so we're going to look for the largest exponent first, and my largest exponent is 5. So this negative 1/2 x to the 5th is first. So we're going to put in standard form. We're going to say negative 1/2 x to the 5th. Then what you're going to do is what comes next. Do I have an x to the 4th? I do, right here. So then the next thing that I'm going to put is plus 7x to the 4th. Then I'm going to look for x to the 3rd because we're going in descending order. I don't have x to the 3rd, so now I look for the next thing. Well, I have x to the 2nd, so I have plus 3x to the 2nd. Then I have x to the power of 1. Don't forget there's a 1 here, so it's a power of a 1 there. And then I have plus 3. This is in standard form. Okay, so you have to know what that means because on a test or an assessment, I'll ask you to put something in standard form. Then the next thing is going to be the degree of the polynomial. So when we're talking about this, the degree of the polynomial is the largest exponent. So my largest exponent here is 5. We can even change the color. So the degree of this polynomial is 5. Then the next thing we're going to talk about is the leading coefficient. Remember, the coefficient is the number that is attached to the variable, the number that is in front of the variable. So the leading coefficient is negative 1/2. We have other coefficients. We have a 7, a 3, there's a 1 here, right? These are other coefficients, but we want the leading, so it is negative 1/2, okay? Then the last thing that we're going to talk about with the vocab words is to classify. To classify, we have the option of a monomial, which is one term. We have a binomial, which is 2 terms. And then we have a trinomial, which is 3 terms. Okay, and so we have our examples here. We have a monomial would be like if I gave you 2x, right? There's other, obviously. We could just say x. We could say x to the power of 3. Those are monomials. A binomial would be if I took x plus 4. That's 1 term here and 2 terms. So it's separated with addition or subtraction. Then a trinomial could be something like x squared minus 4x plus 1. There are 3 terms here. There's 1 term here, 2 terms here, 3 terms. They're all under this, this umbrella called polynomials. Okay, so the first part of your word, you are going to put things in standard form. So I have x plus 3x squared plus 5. So we're going to put it in standard form. So remember, we're going to have our largest degree first. So we have 3x squared plus x plus 5. Then we want the degree of the polynomial. The degree of the polynomial is 2. Then we want the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient is 3. And then we want you to classify. So classify, is it a monomial, binomial, or trinomial? Well, 1, 2, 3. So it is a trinomial. Okay, so let's look at another one. Let's look at x squared minus 2x plus x to the power of 4. So pause the video, give me the standard form, the degree, the leading coefficient, and then classify it and see if you get it right. Okay, so did you come up with, let me change the color here. Standard form, did we have x to the power of 4 plus x squared minus 2x? And then did you state the degree was 4? And the leading coefficient is 1? And then did you classify it as a trinomial? If you did, pat yourself on the back. All right, let's look at one more. We're going to do 3x to the power of 5 minus 6x to the power of 8. So put it in standard form, state the degree, state the leading coefficient, and then classify. So pause the video, see if you get this right. Okay, did you put it in standard form? Negative 6x to the power of 8 plus 3x to the power of 5. Did you state the degree was 8? Comes from right here. And then did you state the leading coefficient was negative 6? Hopefully you did. And did you classify it as a binomial? Hopefully you did. Okay, now let's look at combining like terms, adding and subtracting. So we're going to find the sum. Remember, sum means to add. So if I give you negative 4x plus 9 plus 6x minus 14. Notice we are just finding the sum. We're not solving. There's no equal sign. We are going to combine like terms. So notice I have a 6x and a negative 4x. So that becomes 2x because we're going to add or subtract the coefficients, and we're going to keep the like variable, right? Okay. And then notice I have 9 and negative 14. So we are going to add or subtract those, so that becomes negative 5. Combining like terms. So it is in standard form. It is the degree of the polynomial would be 1, right? Would be 1. The leading coefficient of 2, and it is a binomial. So let's look at another one. What if I changed it up and I put parentheses here, and I said, okay, we have this parentheses. We're going to look inside the parentheses. There's nothing I can do here, and I'm adding. So this is the same thing as what I wrote before. I can just drop the parentheses, okay? So we're going to combine like terms here. So I can change this to like a little highlighter. I have my negative 3x and I have my 7x. So we end up with 7 minus 3, so negative 3 plus 7, right? So we get 4x. And then we have our negative 2 and our positive 5. So we end up with positive 3. And that is my answer. Okay, so now let's look at some where we have like x to the power of 2 or whatever. So we're going to have x squared plus 3x plus 5 plus negative x squared plus 6x minus 4. Again, I'm adding, so my parentheses don't matter right now. So plus, minus, so I'm actually going to get rid of this addition sign because there is a negative right here. So I'm going to put negative 2, or negative x squared plus 6x minus 4. Okay, so now we're going to combine like terms, right? So I have an x squared and I have an x squared. What happens when I take a 1 minus 1 x squared? We get 0x squared. Well, 0 times x squared is just 0. So these two things cancel out, right? These two terms. So now let's look at another one. Let's look at, well, I have 3x and I have a 6x. So again, we're going to take 3 plus 6. We're just going to let our x hang out. So 6, so we have 9x. Okay. Now we're going to combine our 5 and our 4. So we have a plus 5 minus 4, so we have a plus 1. Okay, let's look at another one. So what if I gave you x squared plus 3x to the power of 3 minus 3 plus 2x squared plus 7x minus 2x to the power of 3. Again, we're adding, so I don't really need the parentheses, so I'm just going to rewrite this without the parentheses. And now I'm going to look for like terms. So I have an x squared. I'm going to go down the line. That's an x to the power of 3. Can't combine it. Can't combine it. Oh, I have an x squared here. Not an x squared and not an x squared. So I'm going to combine. There's a 1 here. Don't forget, there's a 1 in front, right? So I'm going to have 1 plus 2x squared. So that becomes 3x squared. Now I'm going to look at my cubes. So I'm going to go down my list, right? And so I have a 3 minus 2x cubed. So I have a plus 1x cubed. Now I have a 3 and I have a 7x. Those are not like terms. So I'm just going to bring my 7x down and my negative 3. You cannot combine unlike terms. And that is my answer. It's not in standard form. That's okay. You don't have to put them in standard form unless I ask you to. Okay? All right, now let's look at difference. Remember, difference means to subtract. So here, my parentheses are important. So if I give you x minus 4 minus 3x minus 6, this negative has to distribute. That means to multiply. So now, because there's a negative 1 out here, I can actually put like this little 1 here. So I have to distribute that. So this becomes negative 1 times 3x becomes negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative 6 becomes a positive 6. Now I can bring this x minus 4 down. It doesn't change anything in front, only behind, okay? So now I'm going to combine like terms. So I'm going to look down the line. I have an x and a negative 3x. So that's 1 minus 3x. So I get negative 2x. Then I have a negative 4 and a 6. So a negative 4 plus 6. So I get a positive 2. And that's my answer.